Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol ERBB. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this may look like a few weeks worth of time right here, it's actually just the past few days broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like you this time frame and think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I have done this analysis in the recent past, so that's where these red and green lines are coming from. But a nice little day here after the dust has settled. So want to get some updates here made. First thing I'm going to do is a little house cleaning. Just get rid of this line down here. Yes, it still pertains to the chart, but in the spirit of not having 8 million lines all over the place, want to try to keep this as clean as possible. Now, the first updates come based off of foundational rules in charting, which state when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, you want to see them act as support. And actually, I'm going to get rid of that line too. Yes, that pertains, but like I said, I want to try to keep this as clean as possible. But the key overall update is right here at 0017. Again, when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, you want to see them act as support. So for those of you that maybe remember the last video I did talking about 0017, always good when red lines are being changed to green. And this is now an important level because you want to see the price make progress, not go back to where it was. I'm assuming I'm kind of stating the obvious when I say that. And that's what 0017 represents. If the price were to close below here or worse yet, separate to the downside, at that point in time, what is that doing? That's not progress anymore. That's the price going right back to within this range where it already was. Whereas if the price were to pull back here, bounce around on top of the channel and then bounce up like that, well, at that point in time, you'd have a set of lows right here. This set of lows would be down there, and if you picture each one of those as stair steps, well, hey, now stair steps are making progress in the upward direction, and that's the name of the game. So to me, 0017 is now that very important level of support going forward. Good news is it's not like the price is even threatening breaking down below it or anything like that. I mean, the price closed all the way up there. But again, from the overall perspective, in my mind, that's definitely the key level of support, as this week unfolds. Now, what about levels of resistance? So if this upwards move is going to continue, where are some of these key battlegrounds at? Initial key one is right here at 0023, which does make good sense. If you go back here through the history of the chart, you can see that knocked down the price quite a few times right there. And then earlier on in the day, the price once again knocked it down at that point. So not saying that 0023 can't be broken, just saying it makes sense why the price struggled there. And according to, the story of the price here, apparently the bulls are going to have to bring their A game if they are going to be able to push through 0023. So all in all, nice day, good way to start off the week. So it'll be interesting to see if the bulls can start to build upon these lows and build upon this momentum for the remainder of the week. One of the most popular questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then by all means, click right there to get access to the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and like I say, it is free. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.